So, congratulations, guys. Congratulations. Yeah, you're welcome. However, today is the D-Day. So, it is the investment that the investors speak that is the winning investment. Okay? That's how we take the decision on the Juggernaut. They are the deciders. We follow the money. Right?
That's correct.
Yeah, so I won't have the opportunity of previewing your presentation again before you face collection of investors today, but that is why this briefing is very important. We've gone through, again, this whole exercise is about a buyer's journey. Problem identification, 7.5 plus 2.5 that you can raise of your own self, right? In a 2-bedroom apartment that can be used for service, rent to short lets, okay, within the Lekki neighborhood. That was the problem. You guys did your research, you've done evaluation, elimination, you've done inspection and all of that, okay? And now, it is the time to take the buyer's decision. Team 1 will go first to make presentation, then Team 2 will follow, okay? That's how the presentation will be made. And then we'll give the investors the opportunity to decide, ask questions, comments, and then decide which investment they want to put their money. It is the investment with the largest investor that wins the day. Now, it's not impossible that if they are really willing to commit their money, we can go ahead with the 2 investments. It's not impossible. Now, don't also forget that whatever you are doing right now is a proprietary stuff for Realty Point Limited, School of Estate. So we are going to really be the base of the investments because all of these people are coming on our platform and they are riding on our brand. So we will definitely be involved. A mentor and a business partner would always say that there is a German proverb that says, control. Trust is good, but control is better. Okay? So, do you have anything to say to your guys? And they have questions.
First and foremost, I would like to congratulate both of you. And I would also like to congratulate your team because I'm sure it's not just your effort that brought you this far. It's a team effort. But as the Master General has said, it's one man. It's one man. Is the last man standing. So at the presentation, that's where you bring in your A game. That's where you bring in everything that in terms of your presentation skills, in terms of your confidence. You must ooze a lot of confidence, so that people, no matter how believable your presentation is, if you don't carry the kind of confidence and believability in communicating those things, they might not just want to invest. So it's important that you also work on, maybe if you have time, it will be good to do a dry run of your pitches, maybe to your team again, maybe so that you'd have gone through that particular thing and you can also present it. As we said, the game is on and this is the final lap, so I wish you all the best today.
All right, you guys, wish you all the best. Honestly, I don't think there's much I can say. You guys are already entrepreneurs. You faced forums like this before. One thing you should take out of this is that it's always nice to be a winner, but irrespective, what are the things you've learned along the way? Learning curve is very key. I think it's a marvelous experience for you guys. It would be amazing to be the first winner of the Juggernaut. This is the final push. As the Master Juggernaut has said, we have just less than 2 hours, so give it the final push. You guys have done so well thus far, and like I said, learn, take it easy, your presentation skills, which I know you guys have, do the final bit, and we'll be ready in the next few hours to congratulate and work with the winning team.
Maybe to assist, because I'm in a kind of dilemma with the two of you. If it is about just presentation, okay, you probably won't be the one sitting here. I hope you know that. Because the strength of leadership is to know your limits. Do you understand? And to know when you have a team, to know what you can do best and what somebody else can do better and delegate. It's very important. Okay then, guys. So congratulations once again. See you at the Investors Forum.
So we have 2 hours from now?
Yes.
We have 2 hours from now.
Maximum to submit your... Yeah, we will be there in an hour, but you have 2 hours maximum to submit your stuff. After that, there will be no input again. You submit and then you can't make any amendments because your presentations must be submitted before any of the team goes forward to make presentation. The 2 presentations must be with us. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at the Property Juggernaut Investors Forum session. And here now today we have 2 investable transactions. These guys they've gone through it all. So we have their coaches here. We have Akin Arogundade. A number of you would know him. And we have Akin Opatola. You also would know him. They've been coaches to these teams, a coach per team. And they've guided them all through. So they've done research, identified the problem, which is we want investable transaction, 2-bedroom, flat apartment, okay, for short letting business, okay? And then they've done their researches, they've done evaluation, they've crunched numbers, and they've been at it for some time. Now they have a presentation for us. I'm an established entrepreneur in the real estate space. I've known him for some time. His integrity, tenacity, and experience, and dexterity, really, in the area that, in a niche that he has carved for himself, speaks for him. And that's Mr. Tade Cash. That's how he's popularly called. So, Tade is joining me as a judge. Okay, so, and then so there's a development. I would also like to have Tosin join us of Xelox. Tosin should join us on the board. Yes. I'm sure some of us also know him. He's a real estate entrepreneur. He has also been to the School of Estates and alumni of the school. So can we call the teams forward, please? Let them come in and take their seats. Let them come in and take... That's the Blue Jay. That's the Blue Jay. So can we have the fine structures come in, please? Gentlemen. You're welcome. You're welcome. Presentation first. The coach adding the addendum, the judges speaking, and then the next presentation. That's how we'll do it. And then so follows. After the 2 presentations, then the investors will start asking questions, and then we'll call for the investments. Thank you very much. I hope that is okay. Great. So, let's set the ball rolling with Team 1 being the red and structures.
So welcome again, everyone. So like I said, our name is Fine Structures, and today we want to pitch to you a fantastic opportunity that we just looked at. A lot of us don't know it exists, some of us know, but some of us don't know how in-depth that business is. So watch as I show you what we've been able to discover over the past few days. Now, like we said, we're going into investing into short-let apartments. Research shows that there's a growing need for these short-let apartments all over Lagos and the world generally. And another thing you also notice is that during the weekends, a lot of hotels are fully booked. And then there's a spillover effect into short-let apartments. So this is one reason why the growing need, as we'll see the statistics going on, you'll see why this is very, very important. Now, Business Daily newspaper says Airbnb recorded fastest number growth in Nigeria in their business between 2018 and 2019. Over the past year, their growth was between 500,000 people to 1.2 million businesses. Just 1 year. Active listings also for Airbnb rose from 62,000 to 100,000. These are verifiable facts you can see online. Now, the figures also show that for a fifth straight year, the strong base has grown from 6,000 listings to 20,000 guests just in 2021. The numbers have grown. And then when we went to our own online search here in Nigeria, there were 6,644 listings, while we had 2,407 available flats for shortlet just in Lekki axis alone. So people are going to this business in thousands. It's not something new, it's not something people are already in thousands getting there. And the data from AirDNA shows says between May 2018 and May 2019, the available Airbnb listings in Nigeria in Lagos alone has doubled. There's a big market in this, as we've seen both in real life and online. So this is why we are saying our request from the panel of judges is that we want 7.5 million naira of your money to put into short-let apartments in the Lekki Phase 1 and the Kati area alone. 7.5 million. We'll give you the breakdown of figures later on so you can see how this income works and how much returns you can make from all of this. Are we all ready?
Yes.
Can I go on?
Yes.
Brilliant. Now, let's just talk about our team already. My young team of vibrant entrepreneurs. All together, we have a combined experience of 10 years in the real estate world. Our expertise ranges from deal sourcing, investment, development, property management, so we know the works all through. We also have a background in banking. Some of us have done production, marketing, sales, business management. You see, our vision in our own team is to create viable opportunities for our partners. And while we are doing that, we are creating a secondary opportunity for people who want to live in places where they are comfortable, where they are also affordable, and able to be comfortable during that short stay. That's the vision. And that's why we think all of us will buy into that vision as well. Now, we did a SWOT analysis of the benefits, the threats, the opportunities in short-let apartments. Now, some of the strengths we have is that the population of Lagos is growing due to commercial activities. Everybody wants to come to Lagos. From the east, from the north, even if it's just for a short time, they want to stay in Lagos and do their business before they can move back. The strength is there. Lagos is trendy. People like lifestyle. People want to take selfies from their apartments. So they will come where the thing is happening, which is the Lekki axis as well. And then, short-let provides privacy than hotels. All of us that have lodged in hotels before, you know that there's no privacy. Either you bump into someone at the eatery or somewhere where you are having, so there's no privacy. But in short-let, you can stay in your own apartment and nobody will disturb you. Another strength. And then there are other opportunities due to lack of building, land and building in Lekki. Before you can buy land, before you can develop, you know how much it costs. So why not just spend strong money and be in a At this point, this is where the rubber hits the road. What are the numbers? You put in this amount, what are you getting out? So at this point, I'm going to invite back my partner, back at to take us through the numbers and see how we can make money from this. All right,
thank you, everybody. I think it's pretty obvious why I called him to make the presentation. I want to do that. So let's go straight into the numbers and see what it looks like. So we have property 1. So we visited, I can't tell you how many number of properties we visited, I can't tell you how many number of agents we called, I can't tell you the level of feasibility study that have gone into this. But we'll just shortlisted just for 3. Alright? Just for 3. Number 1, this property is in Nikati. It's a 2-bedroom. Her annual rent is 3 million. We're able to secure a 5-year lease negotiation. However, we're not paying this. We can stagger the payment to help us manage our cash flows. So we'll start with the first year payment, then we'll give a post-data check with for the second payment, maybe somewhere down the line between the 6 to 8 months. The area is very cool, no flooding, it's a very good area. The service charge is 350k, agency 10, legal 5%, caution 400, total amount 7.7. And at this point, he made mention of 7.5 million naira that we are asking to go into this business. I and my team will be bringing 2.5 million naira to join you in this business because the total cost of the project is 10 million naira. So let's go. This is option 1. So we have option 2. This is another very beautiful property in Lekki Phase 1. Very, very beautiful property, well maintained, well furnished. As the information is here, 3-bedroom, not 2-bedroom. Like I keep referring back to other businesses that we're running, and we've noticed something in the business world, especially in Nigeria and in this environment. Customer service can be a competitive advantage, rightly used, because it is not common in our environment, even in this business, even in the choice hotels that we go to. So in our team and I, we use customer service as a differentiating factor for us. That is our unique selling proposition. In other words, you are likely to still see the quality of our furniture in another Airbnb. You are likely to see it. You are likely to still see the quality of our tiles, Spanish tiles, right? You're likely to see it. We don't have a monopoly of Spanish tiles. We don't have a monopoly of POP. We don't have a monopoly of flat screen, of Netflix. But guess what? We're likely to have a monopoly of customer service in this industry for our category because it is not really out there yet. So that is our USP for my team. So thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Our innovation team, we already have. They asked for it, we didn't mention it.
Yes.
But that's what we also do. I just want to.
Yeah, okay, thank you very much. You know, you mentioned about construction and renovating team. We are not the one doing this. However, a critical member of this team in person of Toyosi is also in that line. That is basically what he does. It's his core. So he's particularly going to be involved in this process. Also, Toyosi by name. In fact, he has just completed several buildings in this Lekki axis in terms of construction and finishing. So miscellaneous, I think, sir, you asked us for miscellaneous, and I showed it here. We made provisions for several miscellaneous is here. We have a marketing and quarterly renovation budget here. We have miscellaneous, 5% of our revenue accounted for miscellaneous in case anything comes up. Another very important point, which we didn't note, but you mentioned that we're going to take very seriously, especially when we're drafting our agreement, is the issue of debts. And it's very significant because anything can happen, just like you rightly said. So we believe that our agreement is going to cover that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's have Eugene respond very
Thank you so much.
With Blue Jay. Why do you need to invest with us? One of the reasons is cash flow. I love cash flow. There was a time I had so much cash in my hands, I didn't know what to use it for. And it left. You know what the Bible says? Money that flies and all of that. Now I know better. I know what to use my money for better, and that is cash flow. Flexibility. If you are very flexible, if you are creative, you need to be on our team. Then great ROI. My team lead is going to come and share with you what is in for you as an investor that is coming into the Blue Jay thing. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Another thing, before I go into these numbers, I want you to know that there's no acting here. What you see is what you get. Everything that is being portrayed here has been thoroughly researched, although we didn't have so much time to do our research, but everything you see here has been thoroughly researched. And I tried as much as possible to make it very simplified, although it might look bulky, but it's very simplified, trust me. Another thing you should keep in mind is I didn't study accounting, by the way, and I did this. I studied engineering, so you will know that it's very simplified. If it was an accountant that did this, I'm sure we have accountants in the house. They will understand how, you know. So I'm going to mention something. She forgot to note, the video you saw that it was furnished. She forgot to note something. While we were going out, we saw a lot of houses. I must tell you, we saw houses, and we were able to narrow down our search to some particular type of houses. But this one that we got two options. Okay, there are some that are furnished, and there are some that are not furnished. The ones that are furnished go for 3.9 million. The ones that are not furnished go for 2.5 million. And when we compared what the furnishings that were in the house, and we compared it to our budget, we realized that it would pay us in the long run to go for the one that's 3.5 million, and 3.9 million, pardon me. And why did we go for that one that is 3.9 million? Okay, I'll break that down in my analysis. So we decided to price it at 60,000. Please, can we all see this thing, or is it too small? Should I? Okay.
Well, I think we have to speak to you because you still have a challenge.
Okay, yes. Okay. So we priced this apartment at 60,000 naira. The reason why we priced it at 60,000 naira is we did, part of our research was to compare other apartments in that same area and compare the things they have to the things we want to put in our own apartment. And we're able to be conservative enough to go as low as 60,000 naira, and everything that's going to be portrayed here is going to be based on average. Okay, so we are not doing peak period of, we are sticking to 60,000 naira, but then what will determine our flow, our inflow, is the number of the occupancy rate we get. Is that okay? Do you understand? I just need to clear that basis. So per day, we are charging 60,000 naira. Occupancy rate of 67%. That's 20 days. That's our base case. 20 days in a month. And that will give us, in a month, that is 1.2 million naira, and the annual is 14 million naira. Why did we come up with 67%? It was part of our research. The area we chose, in fact, we were tempted to increase our base case, because the things we were seeing, for apartments that are not as furnished as this one, are going for about 58,000 naira, 57,000 naira. And the ones that are quite furnished as this are going for 70,000 naira, just like my colleague showed. So it shows that it was in sync. So we decided to go this low. And then we decided to find a way to, even as much as we are going this low, to make this thing profitable. So annually we get this. And then she mentioned something about complementary services. That is birthdays, if special occasions. This is our budget for complementary services. They don't come free. And then everything sums up to 15.36 million naira. That is our total revenue. Thank you so much for those questions. Most of them were brilliant eye-openers. Some of them we considered, but probably because of time, we couldn't really delve into the details. But I'll start taking them as the way I noted them. So the first one, it was raised that we would lose market share because we are doing just two-bedroom apartment. Actually, I'll still go into that. But one of the ways we intend sharing profit has to do with this. We are not just doing two-bedroom apartment. We are starting with two-bedroom apartments just for the purpose of this presentation. We're actually working on scaling this thing, and in the best case scenario, whereby the business pays for itself and grows itself. So that answers the two-bedroom apartment question. Then the one-night stay. We are going to consider that one-night stay. We gave it a lot of thought, but we saw that in the industry, because we saw a lot of videos, Instagram videos, whereby people just come, spend one night, throw parties, and do other damage products, and then go. So we were trying to say, okay, how can we reduce that? Because if I'm going to throw a party and I'm going to the kind of friends you have, I don't want to come and pay for 3 rooms. We're trying to see how we could reduce those damages and a few other things. So that was why we said 3-night stay. But we'll look into it. It's something we are going to consider. Then the measure we put in place for unforeseen situations. We talked about, just within us though, we talked about, it's going to be a lot of things here also, like he said, are going to be documented based on when clients are coming in and all that. And the way we get information to data, like the ID cards and all that, part of the ways we screen people to make sure that they fit into our niche and all that. Then profit sharing. So yes, I said we aim to scale this thing. We are not just doing this for the purpose of the competition or for the purpose of just to win. We actually want to see how we can make this thing work, make it a business, and then something we can do over time that would grow itself. So the way we intend sharing profits is 70% of the money, of the revenue, is going to be split, it's going to be distributed to investors, it's going to be shared according to the ratio in which they invest in the business, while 30% goes back into the business. It's still something we are working on because we want to scale, basically. But if we are looking at profit, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about profit will be shared within the investors. So it's still something we are really working on. The reason why we didn't put it here was because we did not want to, like I said, this is not acting. We did not want to assume or just come up with something and say, okay, if we do this, then in the next 3 years, we should be able to have gotten 5 properties. No, we want to do this and say, definitely in 3 years, we will get 5 properties in the portfolio of this business. So it's one of the things we are still working on, but that would, on the profit sharing method. Then about locking it down. We've actually been discussing this thing since yesterday, that we pulled a call through to the person. And then we have said, although we are expecting 7.5 million naira from this forum, and then we are going to pitch to other investors that would get 2.5 million naira from to get 10 million naira, but we ourselves. We've decided to commit 1.5 million naira from our own money into this thing because we believe in this thing so much that we want to be a part of it. And at least we've done a lot of work to prove that this thing can actually work. So that money that we have agreed to raise is what by Monday we've promised to call her again on Monday. She said we gave her the impression that we are coming to pay. So that gave us time between yesterday and Monday to actually raise that money. And then so it's going to be like a commitment fee. So we are going back there to show our commitment that, okay, this is what's happening and all. So that's the primary step we've taken to lockdown. Okay, sir.
And I was taken to a location. And immediately I sighted my eyes on the location, I said, this is what we want. And the guy responded by saying that, no, I am giving someone an offer letter yesterday. The person is coming on Monday to pay. But I was there on Thursday. And I told the guy, you gave someone offer letter to come and pay your money. I am here now.
With cash.
Do you know that they have to really call up a management meeting within themselves? I was seeing the way they will come and meet me. I said, why can't you do that? I said, this is the location I want. And I want to pay now. And before you know, they have to call the other person. You know what, we're going to give you another space. We have another space. And the person has said, you know, the person is not paying yet. And I paid that same day.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, for that analysis.
But I've used something to tie down. It may not be money. It mentioned that it may not be money. It can just be something just to tie it down. Even if it's a deposited check and say, take deposited check, please. But I'm not saying that we will pay or not. Just take. But Monday we'll decide. That one could have also tied down.
Okay, because
Winner for the very first season of the property Juggernaut happens to be Mr. Bukumi. This guy came to win. He said it from day one, and I'm here to win. Here he is. And he's a white card. So, whether you like it or not, they're coming into the academy. You don't have a choice. You can't win stop and stay out. You don't have a choice. So, I wish to present to you. Yes, your win is. What of returns? And the returns you are generating anyways. So it's a fantastic, congratulations. Yeah.
And now we are here. I just give God the glory. And I thank God for my teammates as well. Honestly, I couldn't have done this without my teammates and my coach. Really, if I'm to dedicate this thing to anybody, I will dedicate it to my teammates and my coach. They've been fantastic. Quantify the influence they had on me in this project. I mean, they were fantastic. You know, they were fantastic. Really. I couldn't have achieved anything I did without their input. Like, I can't quantify. I can't say 100%. I can't even say 200%. It was impeccable, for real. For real. I value them greatly. You know. Yeah. How we hope to divide the job descriptions. On this particular project, the plan will still be, I would wait on the School of Estate to come in on that. But
And on another note, I won't wait on the School of Estate to come in for us to be partners, because I really enjoy working with them, the synergy and everything, and I really hope to work with them and do more projects in the future. So as of now, we are already business partners, and we are ready to take it to the next level, even outside the School of Estate.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very, very, very workable. We are nice looking guys, as you can see. And the synergy was fantastic within us. You know, somebody was doing the research, somebody was putting it on the slides. So it's something we are seeing in the future. And this is an eye-opening deal for us, like we discussed. Something we can self-finance as well, going into the future as well. So yes, very possible.
Your own idea wasn't rejected. Your presentation was good, and it wasn't rejected by the master Juggernaut. Do you think you will be looking for other investors to put money into that particular business?
Oh, sure. You know, like we said, we are even coming with 2.5 out of the money already. So now that we see that there's a possibility, in fact, you saw that we got 9 votes out of 11, so it was kind of close. So we're going to go out there, shoot it to other people. We're going to run some stuff by ourselves as well. And then as the market grows, and then who says we can't take 25% of the market at the end of the day?